I'm really, really excited about that. So that's, let me get my times right. So the 7 p.m. is 7 p.m. UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and then it's 11 p.m. on West Coast. So we got there eventually. There's so many different timings, isn't there? So yeah, so I hope you look forward to the show.
Yeah, and there's loads of other stuff. Lots of people getting social with us this morning, Debbie, too, which is brilliant. Mariah's in from Hamburg, Shelley's in from Michigan, June's in Florida, Jill's in North Yorkshire, and Shadiah is in Ottawa as well. So we really are a truly international bunch. Not only as well, all those amazing, fabulous shows coming up today, we also, seeing it's the last day of the month, we have to vote on the card or the creation of the month. Debbie chuckles away already. Well, it was Sarah's birthday last week, so we thought, you know, definitely Sarah surely is a shoo-in. She was confident, I was confident, the socials were confident as well, but we just didn't foresee something happening. In fact, you know what? Should we just cast our minds back to what happened on Sunday?
And because we've got the heat going on it, it does mean that it will just, you can build it up and it will stay wet until you then put the stamp on it. So I'm thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I put too much. Joe's laughing at me. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place. Oh, Joe, you don't have to laugh at me. Yeah, okay, that didn't work as well.
Oh, it's so funny. It looks like a birds flew past.
Do you know what, Joe?
Back in the room.
So I made one before. But
fabulous.
So you can do, if you do this onto your glass mat, leave it to go really cold, you can actually peel it off. And it won't look like
Just cover it up.
I think that's the worst thing I've ever done live on air.
Card of the show is Debbie's Seagull notebook. Number 4 is the card of the show. So I'm going to have to come and get it from you. We're going to have to pop it over here on the shelf. Oh, it looks even more horrific close up.
You are so mean.
It doesn't look that... Okay, yeah. You've got Jan's MDF heart, Debbie's fairy, Debbie's book, which is this one just here. You have got Sarah's from launch day, which is number, what was that, 4? Yeah. Another launch day from Sarah, number 5. The craft-along from Hillary, number 6. Or this, number 7. It's completely up to you. But, miraculously, I'm not quite sure how, your card or creation of the week is this. I mean, I've got to explain that to Sarah. She's not going to be happy. She's going to be absolutely fuming. Wow! Oh, loads of love for this. Aisha says, yes, you are the crafty power couple. Pamela saying that was the best. We love you, Debbie. And Mandy Doodlehan says that was the best show I have ever seen. Thank you both so much for such a giggle. We are always trying to inspire you, but maybe as well raise a little bit of a smile too. Right, loads coming up, and Debbie is going to start off with the first of our previews.
Yeah, I've just about stopped laughing from that. So it was absolutely hilarious. And it's something I'm never going to live down at all. But anyway, getting back to this show, we have some nesting dies. Now, we haven't got any ordinary nesting dies. I mean, come on, guys. This is Crafters Companion. We have the best design team ever, in my opinion. And we've got the most remarkable designs in these nesting dies. So everyone knows what a nesting die is, Joe. So the main thing with them is they cut different nesting dies that nest inside each other, hence the words nesting. But these ones, we've gone really fancy on these ones. I love the fact that every single one of these is tremendously fancy, and you're going to absolutely love them. So I'm just looking. Oh, I thought we had some boards, but we haven't. No, we haven't got the boards with us. We've got Sharon Callis nesting dies on the show, so they're the ones under the counter. So we haven't got no boards, but honestly, get a viewing of these because they're going to be amazing, and we are going to be just using them in a demo as we go through the show, so you're going to love them. So the next thing that we have is the Colour Me Happy. I'm really excited about this show because pencils for me are really underused. We need to use pencils more because not only pencils that are good on their own to use, and we have fabulous blending solution back in stock as well, which is incredible, and it works amazing. What it actually does, blending solution, it actually melts the wax in the pencil, which means that blendability, it means we can blend into different colours and use different colours, not just the same colour families. We can sort of blend two colours together to make a third colour using that blending solution. We've got beautiful stamps in there. We've got the gorgeous rocker blocks, which are so easy to use. We've got an ink pad, so everything to help you get started with that colour blend. It is an amazing, honestly, that is a phenomenal amount. So to get that whole starter kit, if you wanted to start your colouring journey anywhere, the colour blend, we're going to show you just how easy it is to use and how much you'll want that in your stash. So, but our lovely Joe has got some amazing craft vault items, which is just incredible. There you go. There you go, Joe.
Yeah, and what you'll be glad to know, Debbie, there are no wax seals in this show. So we should be good. We are quite... well, we did think that maybe the show wouldn't happen, didn't we, after our show earlier in the week on Sunday. So, but they've let us work together miraculously. Yeah, we'll do, of course, as always, have some awesome craft vault deals peppered throughout this entire show, all half price, all celebrating the end of the spring sale. It finishes today, so if you've been having a look around the website and been thinking to yourself, oh, shall I, shan't I? It is making your mind up time. And also what I should remind you is there was an incredible cartload show last night. All of those deals are also still live right now over on the website. The best way to get some is probably go to the website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com.au, click the offers tab at the top and then click cartload, and you'll see everything that was in that amazing Sarah Cartload show from last night. We've got a great deal which we're going to kick off with for you on some interchangeable dies, and it is your interchangeable holly frame and your interchangeable snowflake frame. The great thing about this is that you've got the one kind of creator card element, if you will, and then what you've got are three different sentiments that work with that. So you can see you've got Deck the Halls, Jolly Holidays, and 'Tis the Season here on the holly frame, and you're also going to receive in here too the snowflake frame, and that has got Let It Snow, Believe in the Magic, and also Winter Wishes. The brilliant thing about these as well is they've got that removable outside edge, so you can either cut the detail in or you can cut the detail out. It is completely up to you. Lots of options. They were great value when they were £24.99, but today that is going to get you two of these, which is fantastic. Lots of you still chatting away as well. Sarah Schaefer says, it was the absolute best show ever. My husband came in to see what on earth was making me laugh so hard. Thanks for adding so much joy to our lives. Right, we're going to pop across to Debbie, and I believe she's going to take us through the interchangeables in action.
Absolutely, Joe. Do you know what I love more than a creator card is actually having a creator card that has an interchangeable sentiment with it. Now, what I mean by that is if we look at the front of this card here, we can see we've got that beautiful detail on the outside, that gorgeous star, and then we've got that believe in the magic. But if you was to change that one out, exactly the same die, but put in a different sentiment in there. Now, this sentiment really is attached to that inside, and then our other one is the winter wishes. Now, I don't know where you could buy a die of this size with 3 different wishes in there, 3 different sentiments for that price, Joe. That's incredible. So that one's our snowflake, and then we've got the gorgeous holly one. So again, we've got 'Tis the Season, we've then got Deck the Hall, and then we've got that Jolly Christmas. So Jolly Holly Christmas, which is amazing. So let's get started straight away and show just how easy they are to use. Now, I'm taking some cardstock. Look at this cardstock. I mean, it's just exquisite. It's beautiful. It's got your Centura on one side, the white card on the other. This one is in the show today. We've got a pack of this with the silver and the gold and lots of beautiful papers as well, which is amazing. Now, what I am going to do, I've cut my size to 6x6. We're just slightly smaller than 6x6. I'm going to place my main die. It doesn't matter which way round this one goes. I'm going to pop this into the middle. I'm going to bring in my Gemini plates. Because I'm putting it onto a bigger platform, I'm going to use my Gemini with my A4 plates. And I'm just going to take some tape. I am just doing this by the eye line. So you could measure yours so it's precise, but I just wanted to show you how easy they are to put together. So what I'm going to do, oh, and I'll tell you what I've forgotten straight away, so let me just hold that into place. I'm going to bring in my 'Tis the Season one. So what you're going to do with any of these that you've got, you can see there's no cutting edge around that side, just there's a cutting edge, but then there's pieces in between that lock it in. That will make sense when we do it. Now, I'm having my card as a tent fold, so it will fold down. So make sure you put your sentiment the right way. I'm going to pop that into place, grab myself another piece of tape, and we're just going to hold that in the center and run that through our Gemini. And there we go.
Lots of people talking still about that show and how much they loved it. Who is it as a comment I was just reading here? Charlotte Clark says, more laughter. This was the best show. I saved it to watch it again when I need some cheering up.
Oh,
there you go.
So lovely. How
and you'll
nice
be able to
is that?
listen back to Debbie chuckling for about 24 minutes consistently.
I can tell you, Joe, I literally laughed. I had a 3.5-hour journey, and I think I laughed all the way home. I then laughed going to bed because I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then my partner told me that I kept laughing in the night while I was asleep. So I think I must have genuinely, and then I woke up laughing because every time I thought about it, I just could not stop laughing. It was a brilliant show, honestly, but I do wish that that Sarah had beaten me in the
I had thought as well that maybe it would be sort of confined to the vaults of time, that clip. And then I saw an email yesterday saying it was going to be on the show today. I was thinking, oh gosh, Debbie, I thought we'd got away with it.
Do you know what though, Joe? I just felt lucky because I did think we were pushing our luck working together again after that show, and we're back again.
We are back.
Yeah, so thank you, because I'm sure all your lovely comments helped us to be back together again today. We didn't get told off. Right, so I didn't even show you that. Let me bring this in. Look how amazing this is. All that detail is cut into that card, and it's made that card blank. Now, if you wanted to just do all your Christmas cards, batch make, you could make that. Add a nice piece of card to the centre. So I've got some nice green as it's at Christmas. I mean, look at that. Absolutely amazing. But you know what? Let's take this to another level, because inside, and I'm just going to give my die a tap to get rid of all the pieces. Just take my thing out there. Making lots of nice confetti. And then we're going to take another one. Now that's still got a bit in there, so what I'm going to do is take my die brush and just take out the rest of those little pieces, because you actually get an outside cutting die with this die. So some of those little bits are not coming out. I need to do it with a pokey tool, but I don't want to be too precious about it because it will just take time into the demo. Now, the cutting edge die will give you a precise edge around, and then it will give you that cutting edge in the middle, although I've pretty much cut my card to size. And then I'm just going to grab myself a piece of tape and tape that down, and then run that through.
Awesome. Loads coming up today. Lots of you chatting away in the just dropping everything. Can you tell it's my Monday today? A lot of you chatting about in the comments about the brand new nesting dies. A lot of people saying that you've ordered them as already. Sandra's talking about that Centura Pearl offer from last night from Cartload. It's fabulous. Hers has actually arrived this morning. If you missed out on that deal, some of them are in the show, some of those Cartload deals, but if you did miss that Cartload from last night, there were some absolute whoppers when it comes to great offers, so make sure you do pop back and grab that. And there is still one of those mystery bags available too, so do make sure you go and grab that.
So what I forgot, Joe, I'm just going to pop this back in the centre because I forgot to actually add that in. So let's just pop this die back in there and just run it through. I'm actually going to snip that out, but I'm getting bits and pieces of my die cut everywhere. I do need it in there to be able to snip out to get that precision around the cutting edge on the inside. All will become clear when we mat and layer that over the top. So running that through, that's going to give us that beautiful cut. Let's bring that one in. Oh, there we go. It's I put in my magnetic shim there. Let's pop that out the way. So taking this out, we can see that that's cut beautifully. Oh, it's just missed. Let me just grab my scissors. The die is obviously shifted there. Just that small piece on the end. Now some of the little holly berries are still in there, but they will all poke out. But what I am going to do is, can you see how I'm going to bring in a piece of card so you can see this clearly. These are really easy to snip out. So I'm going to just snip round these edges. So these are the parts of the die that stay put and allow you to interchange with all those different elements. So that makes a lot of sense. I remember when these first come out, Joe, and I wondered how they were done. I literally remember having to watch Sarah on the TV to see exactly how they were done, because in my mind I couldn't work out how you could interchange them and still have that outside cutting edge. So let me put all my workings to the side, bring my card back in. Then we're going to stick this one on the inside. So I'm going to bring in my tape pens. So popping these down the side.
It's a bank holiday this weekend, isn't it, here in the UK, Debbie? Do you know, I only realised today that it's a bank holiday in the UK.
Oh, well, I knew because I've got it off, Joe.
Have you?
I know. I don't want to say that too loud. But yes, I've actually got, I can't remember the last time I had a bank holiday off. Oh. So I'm quite excited about that.
So I had all of the last one off. I'm working all of this one, then I've got all the next one off. So it's quite nice. So it's been spaced out quite well. But what is everyone in the UK going to be doing with that extra day off? Are you going to be using it to do some more crafting? Are you going to be meeting up with friends and family outside and going for an ice cream? Let me know in the comments. Crafters TV across on Facebook, or of course if you are on YouTube, Crafters Companion. If you're on YouTube, make sure you press subscribe. That was me pressing subscribe, so you get notified when all of our fabulous shows are and you never miss one then, which is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Mine could possibly be in the beer garden, Joe.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm hoping for good weather. Has anyone heard what the weather is going to be like?
It's going to be much the same as it has been for the last sort of little while. It is unseasonably cold in the UK. It's like about sort of 8 to 9 degrees most days. And obviously pubs and restaurants are open again, Debbie, but outside, and in true British style, the weather has hold my pint, I'll sort this out. And we've had nothing but cold weather. It'll get there. We'll get there.
We will, we absolutely will. Now, because we've cut that die, we've got that absolute precision when putting it on. And if you slightly go over or out on one side, don't worry about that. Oh, we've got a wonky card, Joe. Look, I've cut that, it must have slipped. got a nice wonky card, but never mind, you'll get the gist. But look how much nicer we've made that. If I turn that round, just being able to use those two colours through the middle, create this outside edge added on, it just makes it look more stunning and makes it actually pop. And to think we can have 3 different sentiments from one die is incredible.
It really is, and the great thing I think about them is sometimes it's nice to theme your cards. You don't want to send someone the exact same card, especially if they know each other. But with this, what you can do is send them the same card, but with that different sentiment in there. Remember what you'll get included. You're going to get the interchangeable snowflake that has got Let It Snow, Believe in the Magic, and also Winter Wishes. You can use it without the sentiment if you want to. Then what you've also got in there is your interchangeable holly frame. So within that, you're going to get 'Tis the Season, Jolly Holidays, and also Deck the Halls. So you're going to get all of those in there. $24.99 is your price in the UK, $32.99 if you are in the US. It's a buy one, get one free situation, which is awesome. Now, something that we launch every single Monday, so you've only got a few more days to get your hands on this, is of course, I'll get it, got it, good. Now this week, this is an awesome one. I absolutely love this. You get the storage caddy and you get some essential tools. So all those tools you can see right there, they're going to be free. The die brush, the low-tack tape, the scissors, the ruler. It is all coming in there for you as a bonus, which I think is awesome. Remember, we launch a brand new one of those every single Monday during Wake Up Call. So that'll be myself and Craig. He is back. The Hottie Scotty returns on Monday. I believe he might bring a special guest with him as well. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. I'm going to go that way because we have got some amazing... Did you like that walk? I liked it, yeah. It was very drag race, wasn't it? Off it goes. What we've got for you is some amazing frames. Now, these are our vintage lace frames. They are from Sharon Callis. They have been so popular. I cannot believe we have got them on the show for you at a cartload price because they're basically a little along the same lines as a nesting die, but they are fancy. They've got so much gorgeous detailing on them. Let me just show you a couple of the projects that you'll be able to create with these. Look at how awesome these are. Layer them up as well, whether you lay them up together in the same shapes or you choose to lay them up with contrasting shapes, it's up to you. You're going to get 4 different ones in here. So you're going to get the Venetian lace frame, you get the torn lace frame, the bobbin lace frame, and also the Irish lace frame too. Absolutely incredible price. $20.78 for Club Inspire Platinum members in the UK, $30.38 for Platinum members in the US. That means Platinum members save over £30 and over $45. Which is incredible value for money. These, Debbie, absolutely beautiful, aren't they? So intricate and detailed, which is what I love about them.
Yeah, you can't, I mean, these are just so pretty and they're all very different to the new ones that we've got in this. Sorry, I'm laughing because Joe's doing his silly walk again. It wasn't silly, actually.
Silly?
I didn't mean to say silly. I didn't mean to say, he was working it, absolutely. But if you want to do something quite basic with these dies, they look beautiful. So just layering up one of those gorgeous dies, but then like that you can just do them and create those really beautiful designs, but then taking it a little bit a step further, creating like bridge cards like this one, mass and layering them with that beautiful bold white and that craft cards, using them to layer up and create that focal point, using them in different ways. So a little tiny card we've got here, but using the nesting dies on the front, and I absolutely adore this one. So creating it in a totally different way, elongating one of the designs and using it as your calendar. I mean, that would look fabulous on anybody's desk, which is amazing. So let's have a look and see exactly what you can do with them. The fact is, with any nesting dies, you can do so much with them. With Sharon's nesting dies, these are really large. So you are getting, if we look down here, you can see that you are getting, if I take out the intricate dies, you're getting those 2 large dies, you're getting your outside cutting edge dies, and you're getting that small one for the center, whether it's to create that floral focal point, a butterfly, or a sentiment. So we are going to be using them on a card blank where you can fold these over. We're going to be using our biggest one to start with, and I'm going to use this. So we've got our nesting die just over the top here. And then we're going to do the same with folding these. Let me fold another one. Oh, we're just going to cut the other ones out. So we can do these all on our Gemini plate as I'm using our A4. Move these out of the way and then bring in our plates. So nice and easy. Now obviously all of these will fit through the Gemini, but they will also fit through A5 cutting platform as well. So
awesome.
Sandra
says, Joe, have you seen the weather forecast for the bank holiday? It's going to pour down.
Oh no.
So I'm going to be crafting. Oh, well, there you go, Debbie.
I feel quite
Take your
upset
brolly
about
with you.
that. It's always the way though, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we could sit in the beer garden under our brolly, can't we? Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, that is the epitome of British summer, really, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Laura Simmons just says, work it, Joe. Thanks, Laura. I will. Vicky wants to know, does the caddy attach to the Gemini? Great question,
Oh,
Debbie.
yeah. I'm probably the only one that uses mine like this because I don't see anyone using that. They normally it's always on the side, never on the top. But I think it's a great because what happens, you've actually got a gap to put your Gemini plates in. And if I turn it round, Joe, I'm going to lift my Gemini off. So can we see the bottom here? If I lift this off, there we go, the feet slot into those gaps. I mean, how amazing is that? So it keeps it secure and it works with all the Geminis, Joe.
Oh, awesome.
I'm saying that, I'm apologising now because I don't know if it works with the Beast.
Right.
The Gemini Pro has probably, I would have thought, got wider feet, but it does work with our Gemini Junior and our Gemini. So yes, it slots in there and you've got a gap to keep your plates in as well. You've got your little tape machine on the side. So yeah, I love it. I always use mine with my Gemini, which is great.
Brilliant. Grab it then whilst it's got all those awesome free tools with it. As that, get it, got it. Good, remember there's a brand new one starting on Monday, so make sure you tune in for that too.
Absolutely. So I'm just putting these through. I said we were going to do it all together and then I only put one through, so I've now got to put the other ones. Now the other ones I'm just using as mats and layers. And we're adding that white because we're going to use some craft card, we're going to use some of our pattern card stock, some of my favourite from the watercolour 12 by 12 pad. So bringing these ones out, that gives us our layers. And then these ones, Joe, now I'm not going to cut them all because it would take a long time to sort of cut them all. But first of all, let me show you this main one. So I've cut through 2 pieces of cardstock. I also need to grab myself a white one of this as well. So let's just run that through while I'm busy talking about all our layers. You know what I love about nesting dies, Joe, is because you can make them however you want. If you just want one die that's going to act as that border around something, can really frame something, you can use it. And if you want a more intricate die, you can then add that intricate die into it as well, which just creates something simply stunning. And then you can use your pattern papers to do the same. So there's so many. In fact, the possibilities are totally endless. So let's bring all those out. I've created my card blank here. And then what I'm going to do is you will score yours, but I'm just going to fold mine in half just to be quicker. Bring in my scoring tool. Just fold that down, and that gives me my easel card. So I've got my little easel card. I'm then going to layer this one, which will work directly on the base. And all I want to do is to add adhesive to this bottom piece. So again, using my tape pen. Oh, was naughty there, Joe. Did you see what I did? I didn't flick it.
Oh,
and then it
Debbie.
creates a string, and it can damage your tape pen by doing that.
You must make sure you remember to flick it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just, I'm not very good at not laughing at things, am I?
Oh, it wasn't actually even said with humour, so...
Well, yeah, and I can't actually say why I could really. It's just that when my little ones were little, I shouldn't say, I mean, she's 28 now, but my daughter used to pick her nose.
Right, okay.
And she used to roll it and flick it.
Right.
And that's what it reminded me of.
And that's what it reminded me of.
Being honest.
You know, when we go through the cardstock and we say we're going to have a pick and flick, that's
Yeah.
what that always reminds me of as well. So there you are, Debbie. You're not on
and
your
it
own.
reminds you as well of that. Oh,
Yeah.
There you go. See, there you go. Right, so I'm going to bring in these layers. So can you see we've actually cut out our beautiful border. So I'll bring this one back in. You can cut these out of your pattern papers so you get that inside, which looks amazing. I'm going to switch to my dotty tape pen because that's going to go around all those intricate detail. There was that noise again there, Joe. It's a good job you wasn't near the counter.
It didn't. I was far enough away from the counter that it didn't get me today.
It's weird that,
I don't know what
isn't
it is. I think it's on the counters that we use. We've got like little brakes on them on the wheels, and sometimes they just sporadically flick off, and then I end up jumping out of my skin.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so brave. I know what you're saying. I know. You'd want me there in a crisis, wouldn't you? Any loud bangs or explosions? I'm really not your man.
Really not. So we're going to pop that out to the middle. So it really is a case of layering up, doing all those different types of layers. I'm going to put that green in the centre there. Let's use our dotty tape pen again.
I once went to a 28 days later immersive theatre experience with a friend of mine. Her name is Evie. She is I'm not Joe. She's tiny, this tiny. We were in this room, this living room, when the zombies burst into the living room, Debbie.
Oh, no.
And rather than making sure she was all right, I turned and I sat down and jumped up so quickly that she flew across the room and squished up against the wall. And I was out of there. Our friend Simon had to scoop her up and get rid of her. I am gone. It's each man for their own at that point. She was okay though. I know you're thinking she was fine, don't worry.
Well, actually, Joe, I was just picturing the scene, and then when you said that, I thought, I hadn't even thought if she was okay.
Yeah, imagine that, and a lot of screaming as well on my part.
I can definitely imagine it. That's the worst thing. So there we go. We're putting all our layers together there. And then we've got our, let me just find, I've got a butterfly here, so Sharon Callis's butterfly. And we're just going to use that on the inside, but I don't want to put those wings in to stick those down. So I'm going to just bring in again, dotty tape pen round the outside, and that will just give us enough stick. Pop them back through to stick that on. I think you will still find Sharon Callis's like butterfly collection.
Yes, I believe we had them on last week, so I think they are in stock.
And then we're going to add this to the front of our card. So popping that up there. Bring out those wings, because that's the whole point of those. They look beautiful when you sort of bring them out. And then we're just using this. I'm going to bring in my 3D, not 3D, I'm going to bring in my foam tabs. Oops, stuck. We better use the one that we've just ripped that top off there. Oh, two in fact. Someone's cut a hole. They've obviously been making the penny sliders, Joe. There's a hole that's been hole punched into the foam pad. And then I'm just going to position this. Oh, I've lost my S. Lost my S, Joe.
S on your what?
On my S, on my sending.
So you're just ending love?
Ending love.
Wow, what a way to break up with someone. Send them that. Ending love.
That's so funny. I'm like, that doesn't look right. I've lost the S off of it. So yeah, I'm ending love. But I think you'll agree, it's beautiful. Those nesting dies are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they really are exquisite, and the great thing is you've got 5 dies within each one of those, so you're getting a lot of metal in there for your money, which is fantastic, and great for your concept cards like Debbie's just showed us. If you want to be ending love or sending love, like this one is, that's going to be fantastic. We then also have as well this one just here, as you can see, which is brilliant. So wonderful for concepts, great for tags, wonderful for mats and layers, brilliant also for things like your card blanks. So there's so many different things that you're going to find to use those with, and amazing that you can get them whilst they are on such an epic discount. $20.78 as a platinum member in the UK, $30.38 as a platinum member stateside. Now, what a brilliant deal we've got here on this. Now, Johnny informs me we do not have many left. Let me just show you a couple of the kind of things that you're able to make with this. It's been such an awesome collection, this one. So It is the best price yet. You've got a really great vast array of different stamps and dies. We've got pads in here, there's toppers, edgeables, really is a little bit of something, a good mixed bag in here. Now I was just having a look at this, and Platinum members can pick this up today for £41.60 or £51.20. Now, just bearing that in mind, you actually get £45 worth of value just in the 2 pads alone. So the Vellum pad should be £24.99. And the card pad should be £19.99. So really, I mean, even if you're not getting any sort of Club Inspired discount, you all are. Platinum members are not even paying for the pads and getting the absolutely everything else included. You're getting 2 sentiments in here. You're getting an awesome edgeable. You're getting 2 sets of stamps and dies. You're also getting a brilliant embossing folder, and you're going to get the 3D die cut toppers too. So loads and loads of value in here. Surely has to be the deal of the show. I'll just get those details changed for you. So in the UK, £52 or $64, $41.60 or $51.20 for Platinum members. It is the best deal yet that we've done on this. And this was so incredibly popular when we launched this collection. Great for spring, wonderful for autumn too, and you'll be able to do and use those stamps and dies all the way. What's going on, Debbie? Sorry, we just need to find out. Are you okay, Debbie? What happened?
Well,
Were you just looking longingly into that embossing folder? They were alarmed in the gallery.
well, it's because they were speaking to me and I was just still staring. I wasn't looking.
Okay.
It's just I'm not used to an early morning show.
Debbie, it's 37 minutes past midday.
Well, then there's no hope for me, is there?
Anyway, back to you, Debbie.
Yeah, look. Oh dear, let's not start laughing again. Do you know what it was? I was actually looking at the vellum because I'm going to emboss some vellum, which is something we don't normally do. But the other thing I was doing, Joe, and I'd never noticed before, and it's what throws me when I suddenly get these ideas, I'm going to bring in this pad as well. So we've got our Woodlands friends, so the ones that are all the textured cardstock, these are gorgeous colours. But what I did notice, and I'm sure lots of our crafters have noticed out there before, and I've never really noticed because I've never put my vellum up into different coloured patterns. But when you put your vellum onto different colours, look at the difference they make. You get the different elements inside that work out. They just look different on every single page. Joe's still laughing at me. Let me go to a green. Look, we've done that, but I'm going to be using the orange. Now look how much this then pops. Look at that.
It does, yeah.
How cool is that? And it really brings all these oranges in this paper to life.
It does. It was the fact that you showed us it on one colour at the start and then showed us it on the next page, which was exactly the same. It tickled me, Debbie, it did.
Well, it's because I've got tears in my eyes, Joe, so I'm trying to see through the tears. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some different elements. I love this die. So this is the border die. I've got some, let's use our With Love die. And I'm going to use the embossing folder. So the first thing I'm going to do is, before I do anything else, I'm going to lay my die onto here. So first, I'm going to lay this onto this cardstock because I want that to have a rim around it. I then want to place this die on the top, and I've done it just big enough so we can come here. But what I am going to do is I'm going to draw a line now onto our vellum. So I'm going to bring in my pen and I'm just going to go round this. Now you can do this with scissors or a craft knife, whichever you want to do, but I just wanted to give that a frame. So we're going to use, I'm using the scissors, and in fact I'll do it the other side so I can see it. So I'm going to come just inside that frame, coming round. I normally work better with a craft knife than scissors, but I figured I don't think I've got a normal craft knife to hand, but that will be fine. So that gives me my focal point. Next I'm going to do is put this vellum through the embossing folder. Now the good thing with these embossing folders, where the pattern is, where the colour is on the outside, that is the top of your folder. If you haven't got a colour on your folder, all you need to know is when you fill across the top, one bit will be slightly raised and one bit will be inside. The piece that's inside will go onto the top. So we're going to drop this into our folder, and then we're going to close that down. Now, with the embossing, for a 2D embossing, all you actually need is your top and bottom cutting plate. But because I'm embossing into vellum, I am going to add in my metal shim. That will give me, you could add another piece of cardstock. It will just add that extra piece in to give a deeper emboss. Vellum can be a little bit tricky to actually emboss down into it. It needs a little bit more of a push. So you just need to add that little bit extra. But what we are going to do, we're going to highlight that with our gilding wax. So I'm just using some gilding wax because we won't be able to see that too clearly, but that's embossed beautifully. Oh, you can see that quite well actually. So you've got that beautiful embossing.
Gorgeous.
And it just means it gives us something different, a different focal point, and we can then really highlight that, which we'll be able to see more and more as the light and as you turn the card. And I really like cards like that, Joe, where you get a card from, you know, you receive a card and it's different ways of looking at it and it sort of shines in that light. So popping that down. When you're using any sort of gilding wax, and I tell you what I've noticed. I noticed our Jan, she's been using lots of some gorgeous gilding polishes that we've got on now, which are incredible.
Yes, some of the Cosmic Shimmer products, which you will find across on our website actually. So do go over there and have a search for those. I know there were some new goodies just yesterday that I saw online, which looked awesome. Anne was saying that last card would make a very nice breakup card, ending love. So it might be a good way to do it. Tansy Pan says, I need to make Debbie's giggle my ringtone. It's so infectious and uplifting.
Oh, that's such a lovely thing to say. I worry because I am such a giggler, Joe, as you know, and I do worry that I probably get on people's nerves with it.
Oh, absolutely not. We love a good giggle.
Oh, that's really kind of you. So there we go. We've really highlighted that. We've changed that entire piece of vellum, and vellum is the thing that we love the most, which is incredible. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to then cut this, Joe, into the top of our card. Now, the good thing about this, you've got two flat ends each side, and you've got a cutting edge, but that stays in the card. So all these pieces coming up will stay into our cardstock. So again, I'm going to be using my Gemini plates to run that through.
Lots and lots of excitement in the comments about that later launch day show. Remember, make sure you come back and join us for that. And a lot of you have already got your orders in on those. We'll be seeing them really shortly. 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. on the East Coast, 7 a.m. if you are across on the West Coast. Lots of people, Andrew talking about that caddy says, I love my Gemini caddy. I use it in exactly the same way that Debbie does. Deborah saying how many awesome products there are on the show today. And Sandra says the Sharon Callis frames are great. I received mine a few days ago and I love them. Lots of love for my walk as well, Debbie. You'll be pleased to know. Maybe that could become a regular thing. Shut.
Oh, you got to do it back in.
Oh no! This is like when I'm. It's like when I'm leaving the stage. That's it. I'm off. You know, I don't come back in. It's a little funny.
So what we've got here now, Joe, we've got our, where are we? We're just obsessed with Joe's walk today, aren't we? I think we need to do a little video and put it on your Facebook page.
You mean stop doing it in the show now because it's annoying, just do it on Facebook, is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I meant. Carry on, you can carry on, Joe, you know that. So take this off. Now look how incredibly beautiful the top of our edge is there. So I can be quite insulting without realising it sometimes, can't I, Joe? I don't mean
Oh no, I'm only winding you up.
I do apologise. Now, the great thing is, if you're going for vellum, please go for our tape pens, because using tape pens on the vellum, you can't see it. You won't be able to see it through the vellum. Lots of glues, lots of other tape pens, you will find that you'll be able to see them through it. So these are brilliant. So we're going to just take that over the top. So we're creating that really beautiful scenery because we've already got that inside. I'm going to turn that over and just give that a rub, because what I didn't do, and you'll probably notice, I've got lots of gold gilding wax over here. So I am just going to wipe that so we don't get it anywhere else. Now the way to get around that is you just buff it up. So grab some tissue or a piece of cloth and then that will actually make it set onto there. So taking all my bits away. So that gives us our base card there, Joe. And then what I'm going to do is cut out the with love. So you've got with love and you've got a happy birthday. I figured as we were ending love, we better send some love back. So I can reverse that. Get it all back, yeah. So yeah, I don't want fate to come, not fate, what's the word? Karma to come and bite me on the bum.
Absolutely, you don't want it to bite you anywhere.
No,
specifically not on the bum.
not.
Sandra says, Debbie, there aren't enough giggles in the world at the moment, so giggle on, Debbie, and keep sharing.
Ah, that's lovely.
There you are.
I wonder what makes, like, because lots of people laugh and I'm a giggler. I'm not like a belly laugher. You're a bit of a giggler as well though, Joe.
Bit of a mix, aren't I? Yeah. I mean, it depends. Yeah, I mean, once I really get going, it's a full-on cackle, isn't it?
And it's weird because where does a laugh come from? Everybody laughs so differently, don't they?
Yeah.
So let me just bring in my paper pad.
Moving on.
Yeah, Joe just wanted to end that, didn't he? On the back of your vellum pad, which is something we've not done before, Joe, because normally these come in with your pattern papers. And I'm so pleased because we haven't got no more pattern papers left, but the vellums we have and all your toppers come in with the back here. So you've got things like your toadstools. So I'm just going to pick some of these up and then I'm going to take some of these sort of leaves and acorns. You're getting 2 pages of each of those and then some other ones here. And we're just going to pop this together on a card. And I literally did this from scratch because sometimes we do, I thought I had a card blank, Joe, and now I don't. So what I am going to do is just bring myself in a piece of card and we will make one very quickly. So just bringing in my scoreboard, I've got an A4 piece of card. We're just going to run that through and just on the 5 7/8 of an inch, score that down. Fold that over. And
Debbie, what is your favourite size and shape of card to make?
Oh, there's
or like
a
sort of
question.
concept?
At the moment, Joe, I love a bridge card.
Bridge card.
A bridge card, yes.
This isn't a bridge card, is it?
Yes.
Oh, is that a bridge card?
That's exactly
excellent.
what it is, yes. And bridge cards you can make in so many different ways. So it's where you have those sides coming in and you have something across the front.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
I really love that concept. I think it's a really, really nice concept. Almost, and you can almost make it like a theatre type card as well, which is quite nice. But I wouldn't say I've got a real favourite because I love just being experimental. I like doing all different designs. So yeah, I wouldn't say I have an all-time favourite because I switch too much. I never get tired of an easel card.
Right.
Yeah, I absolutely love easel cards. I think there's something really nice about them. They look nice, they stand nice. I like the way they sit, especially when you receive them. You put them on the side. So popping that all onto the front of our card, so that's really taking shape. And then all we've got our with love, what we're going to put through the centre. So again, I'm going to use my dotty tape pen and let me just pick the same piece of card up that we've used so I can use that across and pop that in. Oh,
That is
there
coming
we
together
go.
beautifully. I do see what you mean though about the colours. The orange really does make it stand out, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It really makes it light. And you're right, I just use the same colour cardstock. I didn't even realise at the time. But if you go through different colours, light to dark, I've done that a little bit wonky, but never mind. We're doing wonky things today, aren't we?
It's Wonky Friday, that's what it is.
Oh, see, I
Wonky
should have known that.
Friday. We've got to do everything wonky all day today.
Love that. Well, that won't be hard for me. So I'm just going to bring in my glue gel and then we're just going to shape our little embellishments, pop them into place. Let's have some down at the bottom. I'm going to do this one just slightly over the top. And it just adds that interest to our cards. We'll have another one, let's pop that under there.
Robbie wants to know, will bridge cards fit into a regular envelope or do you have to make an envelope for them?
No, you can make them because the great thing about a bridge card is you make them to the size you want and they fold flat, Joe.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, what they do is when you do them, you lay them flat. I could, maybe if you pass me the card, I can explain it a little bit better. Thank you very much, Joe. So if I lay this flat, it folds completely flat. So you want to make sure that you do this size of the card, the size of the envelope that you want it in, and then you'll be able to, and then it stands up. So in the centre, but you can have sort of a bridge going across the side, across the top. They're really great if you're hanging things down from the top. So yeah, so that's the bridge card, and that's the card we just made. So all beautiful cards, whatever you make.
Absolutely gorgeous, and there's not been a better time to get your hands on this Woodland Animals collection because, as I said, £45 is the value that you're getting in the cardstock and the vellum pad. Platinum members are not even spending that, £41.60 or £51.20 to get all of it, which is great. So you've got stamps and dies in here, edgeables, sentiments, an embossing folder, and die cut toppers within there for you too. A fantastic collection. Platinum members save £64 or $77. What's happened now, Debbie? Debbie's got a right old chuckle on today. What was that?
Did you not hear that?
It was like a... What was that, Charlotte? It was your mouth. I'd gathered it was your mouth. I just wondered if it was doing something particular.
It was very squeaky.
It was a... Oh, she was blowing us kisses. That's what it was. She was sending us love. Right. Talking about love and things we love, there's a brand new launch coming your way at 3 p.m. Maybe it's some sort of like Morpeth greeting, maybe that's what it is. There's a brand new launch coming your way at 3 p.m. today here on Crafters TV. That's 10 a.m. On the East Coast. That is 7 a.m. if you are across on the West Coast. And it is these brand new nesting frame dies, and oh my word, the intricacy and the detailing is off the chart. It's been very busy on them already. Here they are. There's 6 different designs in here for you to choose from. When you buy 5, you get 1 free when you get them in this configuration. So what you're getting here, as you can see, you're getting the deco swirl frame, the filigree frame, modern swirl frame, decorative rose, delicate lace, and the abstract too. Love that there's a good variation of shapes and sizes in there for you. If you're a platinum member, £55 and change, which is absolutely awesome, or $63 and change. So make sure you join us. It's going to be a very, very busy launch. Lots of you shopped ahead. If you want to do that, you can continue to do so, of course. When you see, though, what these can do, the versatility, Debbie, with these, I mean, it is off the chart, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. I've never seen designs like this before. I mean, if we look at this one here, I predict an absolute right on this one, Joe. I think this is going to sell out. It's going to go. Everyone's going to buy it because it's so intricate, it's so detailed, and it's so beautiful. So what we've got here is we've got our roses. I mean, look at the pattern on that. It's just exquisite. To be able to get those matte layers, to be able to get that aperture in whatever you're doing. I'm going to turn it the right way because we've got it upside down. It's just going to look absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to show a couple of each design. I mean, look how pretty they look. You've got that really big space for paper piecing if you want to. You've got an extra element of the what do you call them, corner dies. So you've got that corner embellishment die on them.
That blue and black is classy, isn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it? I love this one. I think the square one's really beautiful. Then it's got those circle shapes in the centre. There's just so much you're going to be able to do with these. They look exquisite. Lots of different designs. We've got gorgeous designs from the design team there. I love these green on greens. They look very pretty. You've got your sort of peaches. I mean, you can matte and layer them. You can cut your toppers out of them. Look how pretty this one is here. If I just fold that over. Such a pretty design using it on that mirror card. Just looks gorgeous. Okay, this one is absolutely beautiful, which is great. Sorry, I'm just passing something to Joe because I've just heard something and I think it might have been down here. So yeah, this one is absolutely stunning. Making shaker cards of them looks incredible. We've got another one. I mean, look at this. This one, I mean, very understated, but then if you use it in a totally different way, how amazing is that? So there we go. Let me see. Let me pop these to the side. So I was trying to multitask then, and probably not doing the best job. So let's grab this, and then we're going to put these through. I'm so sorry. I'm getting distracted.
Full disclosure, you're going to have to. Sarah's always spent a lot of time putting all of her demonstrations together for the 3 p.m. show, and they had gone missing. Turns out Debbie had stolen them and hid them behind the demonstration area, just to kind of, you know, throw everyone a bit of a curveball. She said, she thought to herself, you know, it's Friday, people get a bit complacent, you know, let's spice it up a little bit, let's hide the demonstrations for the later show. She'd have seen people. Hillary was like, it's like Roadrunner going up and down outside that studio there.
And that's very true. I see Hillary, and there was a panic because Sarah's prep had gone missing, and actually it hadn't gone missing. I think Sarah had put it here, and I remember seeing it, but I should have gave it in before my beginning of my show. So I just thought I didn't want anyone more panicking or running backwards and forwards, so I was just trying to say, here it is. Here it is. At least it shows we're all on the same page. We're a great team
actors
here.
would call this breaking the fourth wall, Debbie. That's what we're doing, apparently, breaking the fourth wall.
Oh, and that's not a good thing, is it?
No, I think it's all right.
Oh, it's all right.
I think it's, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we're very much a full disclosure kind of
We
bunch here, aren't we?
Yes, absolutely. It's the one thing I've noticed more and more is we don't not give everything away. We're not very good at keeping secrets, are we?
I am
We're always
notoriously
telling.
terrible at keeping secrets,
I know.
Debbie. People have written books about it. People have done PhDs and theses on it. They haven't, but they could, because, you know, there's enough secrets being shared.
Right, so let's pull this away. Look how beautifully intricate this die is. So let me get rid of all my workings there. Bring this in and bring in my card. So just popping that onto there. I mean, look how gorgeous that die is.
Beautiful.
So stunningly beautiful. So then what we've got, I've got another piece of darker card. We're going to use some white card as well. And we're going to start to use the other layers. So with this one, we've got our extra one here. So I'm going to be using this on our white. And then I've got the middle one, which I'm going to be using along with that embellishment die onto there. So let me move these out the way, and then we can cut these through. I'm actually loving, the more I'm doing all the demonstrations for the shows, Joe, I'm noticing how many embellishments we have in our 12 by 12 paper pads, and they look amazing.
Have you run out of your watercolour one yet?
Nearly, I'm getting quite low.
Debbie.
I'm going to have to.
Are you out of some of the designs?
Yes, and in fact, I got to the stage the other day and I thought I really must order another book because they're going to be sold out before I know it.
They are.
I'm not quite sure how long they stay in stock for. I don't know if they're a core design, ones that we have all the time, but eventually I'm sure there's going to be none left. So yes, I need to order some more. So look at this one. I mean, how beautiful. I mean, that's so simple, but it looks so beautiful. Then we've got our design here, and then our little embellishment die. Just pop this out. I mean, look at that. It's so,
beautiful.
I mean, really gorgeous. I mean, can you imagine cutting 4 of them and using them to frame it? It would look amazing. So I'm just doing a quick matte and layering just to show how beautiful the designs are. Remember, Sarah will be back at 3 p.m, so she will be bringing these to you in much more detail, and you'll be able to see lots of them. She has lots of demos planned, which are just gorgeous. Now she's got her demos. So pulling around all my dotty tape pen, which is just the best invention ever in the whole world for intricate dies like this. And then we can use our other one just to go in the centre to glue that down. So we're just doing a nice, quick and simple card. We're going to pop that into the centre. What I love about these sort of nesting dies, it doesn't matter which way round you use them. You might want to use it this way round or this way round. So whichever way, it's going to look gorgeous. Then we've got our extra one in the centre, and you can see how it's all coming together. And in fact, Joe, I think I'm going to put that onto some...
You like a foam pad at the moment, don't you?
I do quite like a foam pad at the moment. I've been using them more and more. Oh, we've got that one with the hole cut out. And let's use another one there.
Lean says, I just ordered from the cart I showed yesterday. Looks like I have to make another order today. All of these gorgeous things that are there, they are all still there for you over on the website. All those cartload deals, obviously the ones that didn't sell out. I know they had a lot of sellouts. James Crafty World says, I didn't think I needed anything in the show today, but having seen some of the deals, adding to my cart, and Debbie's giggles whilst crafting is also helping too. It's good to giggle, isn't it?
Yeah, nothing better than a giggle, is there? Right, so again, because of that paper pad I've used, it is my favourite one. I'm just going to bring all the... Actually, I've got a feeling this is a different one I've used today, Joe. I'm trying to think of the name.
You're mixing it up?
I am mixing it up, yes. So I'm going to be using some of these roses, and I've got I Miss You Heaps. I love that sentiment. There we go.
And there's is that from the watercolour one, that sentiment there?
I don't think it is, Joe.
Is it from the...
It's the one which has got
British?
peaches. No, it's the peaches one. I think it come out with the quintessentially English.
Oh, I think it is called then quintessentially British, isn't it? Or
is it?
English,
I can't remember.
Quintessentially English, that's the one. Yeah, it's got loads of those toppers in the back, which is so useful. Those little banner tags.
Yeah, they are really, really handy, and especially if you want to do quick cards, because sometimes doing all these bits that you're doing all around, you want to then create. You want to do this bit quite quickly because you're creating with all the different nesting dies. And I'm just going to put another little leaf on the corner there. And there you go. I mean, nice and really quick. I mean, nothing over the top there, but how beautiful are those nesting dies, Joe?
Yeah, they are absolutely stunning. Really awesome. Make sure you grab a hold of those. If you've already got them, then make sure you come back and join us for the entire launch day show. There's going to be loads and loads of inspiration in there. There'll no doubt be a craft along planned in with those as well in the very near future. I'll try and find out when that is for you before that launch day show a little later today. Right, next up, I'm going that way because we have got a brilliant half price deal for you on I'm sorry, I'm just winding up Charlotte. A brilliant half price deal for you on some Annabelle Svensley stamps. Now, I'm going to quickly wish you through these. I'm going to let I know Debbie's got a lot of brilliant finished samples of what you can do with these. You've got some different collections. So it's actually made up of all of the Christmas collection that you can see here. It's got 8 different ones in the Christmas collection, which is absolutely fantastic. Anywhere between sort of 9 and 13 stamps in each of these. And then what you've got are then your everyday ones, which are these super cute girly characters that you've got in here as well. They've always been so popular whenever we've brought them to you, but this is like a bumper collection at a brilliant price. $27.20 for platinum members, $38.40 for US platinum members as well. Again, it is a half price deal, which is absolutely fantastic. Let me just show you a couple of the sort of different things that you can do with them. I'll show you a couple of the Christmas ones actually, because these have been coloured up really beautifully. But it gives you an idea of how these will work for you. Because they're a physical stamp as well, it means there's absolutely loads that you can do with them. So you do get the focal imagery, you get some of the embellishing imagery, and also sentiments as well in each and every one of those. They're just a couple of the Christmas ones. Remember, 8 of the Christmas collection, 6 of the everyday collection also in there for you as well. A fantastic deal, Debbie, when it comes to this. I know people might be thinking, well, the thing is, you buy Christmas stuff this time and you get this oh, I don't know what happened there. This time of the year, you're going to get an excellent deal. But actually, Debbie, a lot of people... Oh, I nearly fell over. A lot of people... What's going on? A lot of people do tend to start their Christmas cards very early, don't they, Debbie? I think I need to sit down.
Joe, go and have a seat. I've got this. Yeah, you're so right. I love starting Christmas early, and I know we all sort of take that breath and think, oh my God, really? Christmas? But actually, there's something really fun about bringing Christmas into this time of year. And actually, our main Christmas events start June, July time, and they start coming in because we do like to get done early. What I love about Christmas colouring early is you can get your practice in. So get out those Christmas stamps. These are a phenomenal deal. They look incredible. They're really fun to colour. They're not too big, not too small. You've got a nice amount to colour. You've got good guidelines of where your shade should go, where your colours should go. You can colour them with anything that you've got in your stash. So whether it is your tri-blend markers, whether it's your alcohol markers, whether it's your tricolour, where you're watercolouring, each one of them will look absolutely stunning. So that's our Christmas ones. I was actually thinking, Joe, until I'd just seen that, I thought it was 2 separate bundles. So I was thinking the £34 was great for the Christmas bundle. It's almost like you're getting these as a complete bonus. I mean, that's... Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, if you've got any craft classes coming up, these would be great. I mean, you could just put them in there. People can stamp them out. They can colour them. I mean, how cute are these images? They're absolutely gorgeous. And who doesn't love a little girl and a shopping bag? I mean, honestly, we love shopping. We love sweet. I don't think I can tell that story. I was just going to tell a story, but I was just... Well, I probably could tell it, actually, because no, I won't tell it.
Oh no, I can't. You can't dangle that carrot like that and then not tell us, Debbie. What's the story?
Let me check if I... Well, it was my granddaughter. She was telling me what she wanted to be when she was older. So, yeah, so basically, she was telling me that she wanted to be a dancer and a ballerina, and I was pushing her on the swing at a time, and she said she wants to be a swinger as well. So apologies if I shouldn't have said that live on air. But
does she mean like a sort of trapeze artist, sort of a circus act kind of thing?
That's what she wanted to be.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yes. So you've got to love kids, what comes out of their mouths, haven't you? Yeah, she said, Nanny, I want to be a swinger. Right, so let me bring in my... True dat. Bless their little hearts. Right, so let me grab myself some card. There it is, it's hiding. So I'm using our Nina cardstock. I do apologise because I think it's still out of stock, and I know everybody is talking about it and hoping it will be back in, and I'm sure it will soon. Just with the delays of everything, it will be there. But you can use, I mean, I'm using the Nina cardstock because I've got it to hand, but you can use our our stamping card. That's the one, stamping card. And you can see, and I'm just going to point this out in case anyone notices, this stamp has been used with a stays-on ink, which means it doesn't come off, but it doesn't affect the quality of the ink pad.
Okay.
It just means that it doesn't wash off. So don't ever worry about staining your stamps. So just stamping her up.
A lot of love for Charlotte in the comments today.
Yeah, with her funny noises.
Well, do you know, people just saying, oh, Joe, poor Charlotte. She really has to go through a lot managing you, but she's good. She does. She's got Johnny in there in one ear. She's got me in here in the other ear, bless her. She's just, she just sold us on. She's just strong and stable, isn't she, our Charlotte? Just, queen of the super zoom.
Right, there we go. Let's bring that in. I'm going to bring in a piece of card. I think was Jan in yesterday?
Oh.
Was she?
Is this becoming some sort of like Madonna Cher rivalry now? It was Sarah Cartload last night.
Was she using embossing powder?
I don't know.
Because it's like there's embossing powder everywhere. So every time I pick something up, I've got like powder all over me.
Well, why don't you accuse her of being messy when she comes in after the show?
I'll give that one a miss. She wouldn't mind. She'd just say, never mind. Right, so we've stamped our image. You can see with one stamp how beautiful she now looks. I'm going to be bringing in the tricolour. We do have, however, some, in fact, Yes, we're going to do that as well. I'm going to go a little bit off piece because I'm going to bring my tricolour in. We do have the alcohol markers, our Spectrum Noir Classiques in. But what I do want to show you, I'm going to bring in our colour blend pencils as well.
Ooh.
So I know we're going to be demoing the actual bundle in a little while, but I did want to just show, that's if we get time, but I want to show how amazing they look to really enhance. And we will be going through lots of different things in tonight's show. So at 7 p.m.
Colour me happy. It's going to be a lot of fun, that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's with you, Debbie, isn't it?
It is with me, yes.
Sometimes I get my Debbies confused, you see.
Well, it is confusing. There's
is,
only one difference. Well, I say one difference.
Debbie with
There's
an
lots
I
of
and Debbie
difference.
with a Y, isn't
That's it. I.E., Joe, not an I.
But there's
You said Debbie with an I.
Debbie with an I, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
I-E.
Debbie I.E.
But the other Debbie doesn't have an I, she's got a Y.
Just a
So
Y.
it's Debbie with an I, Debbie with a Y. That's how I remember it.
It's
so when I
weird,
see it
isn't
written
it?
down, obviously I know, but sometimes when I remember that I've got a show with Debbie in the evening, sometimes I get my Y's and my I's confused.
We'll cross paths tomorrow, actually. Because,
Will you?
Yes, because I'm going to be here doing some filming in the morning, and so is Debbie. So
Tomorrow
we
morning?
will cross. Yes, tomorrow morning.
Here?
Yes, yes. So I'm going to be bringing in my browns here. So I've got my golden brown shades, and I'm just going to do a little bit of quick hair here so you can see how easy it is to get that beautiful shading. Now you can see I'm not going to the edges, I'm just going into the centre because that's where I want my light shading, and then I can start. I'm going to turn it round. I need my Tiffany rotating board, don't I, to bring that in.
You really do. They're in stock on the website. Oh, it's actually on Colour Me Happy later. So
Yes,
you'll
it
be able to use
is.
that.
Yes, absolutely.
Jan was using Cosmic Shimmer yesterday, apparently.
Oh, I love Cosmic Shimmer. Oh,
you go.
yes, that's what it is. Yeah,
There we are.
that's what it is. And then my darker colour, we're going to be bringing that in. It's always me and Jan that end up blaming each other for the mess that we leave. Me with my sticky stuff on the board, on the stamp platform. And then we're going to just take up this darker one from the end here. So you can see we're getting a really gorgeous design coming up from our stamp. And then I'm going to just then, I'm saying I'm going to bring in the pencils, Joe. I've only got my florals at hand, so hopefully that will give me enough to show just how you can use them over your alcohol markers.
Dee says, can you imagine coming to work, can you imagine coming to work day after day and laughing for most of the day? You folks are truly blessed.
We are
basically what
truly
we do.
blessed.
We really
It
are
is,
blessed.
Yeah, absolutely. We still laugh when we come off camera. It's never ending laughter.
It is a good, fun place to work here. It's Crafters TV. It's you guys at home that make it fun as well.
Absolutely.
You enable us to talk about the things that make us laugh, basically, I think is what happens. It's definitely loving the start to this morning with all the giggles, she says. So good morning, Joe and Debbie and all the fellow crafters that are out there. We're going to be talking about lots of stuff in our 7 p.m. show, I've decided, Debbie. I've got a lot of things that I need to talk about from my days off. So it's day 1 of 4 for me today.
Yeah, I haven't really
I had a couple of
spoke
mishaps
to
that I'll
you.
tell you about.
Oh.
Yeah, I got put a really nice, cute little outfit on my day off the other day, and got myself all dressed up and had I'm not going to say a wardrobe malfunction, Debbie. It was a wardrobe disaster.
Oh,
I'll tell you
dear.
about that at 7 o'clock tonight.
Oh, that's not good. Not good. Right, so Joe, I'm going to bring my pencils into this. We're not going to finish this because I know we've got lots more that we want to show you. But I do want to bring in some darker pencils. So I'm going to bring in this espresso, and Joe's in one of them moods today. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this pencil up. Look at the definition we are getting in that pencil, which is amazing.
I am in a funny mood
So bringing
today,
that
Debbie,
all
yes.
in. That's what we like, Joe. That's what we like. So we're all, it's been quite nice filling in for Craig this week. It'd be nice, obviously, to see him back, but we've all quite enjoyed it.
Everyone's loved it. He'll be back on
Yes,
Monday.
very nice.
He'll no doubt have tales to regale from his time on in the Costa del Carnoustie. He's had his hair cut, I see, which is awesome. He's looking very sharp. when I saw a picture of them the other day. When it comes then to using pencils over pens, Debbie, can we use wax-based pencils over all of our pens?
Yeah.
Even like a water-based
Watercolour,
pen?
yep. Yep, as long as you've finished your watercolour. But look at that, Joe. I mean, the definition we've now got in our hair. We've also made it shiny because it's a wax-based pencil, and that's without even blending any of it. It really is amazing. If I then just go in with a darker blue for her skirt here, you'll then be able to see you don't even have to use the same colours. If I just bring that in, look then how we can create that beautiful shade and light in there. So we know under her arm here we'll get some some darkness, and then just down here. And we've just totally transformed that image, giving it real depth in there. So use your alcohol markers with your colour blend pencils, and you will enhance all your images.
Absolutely, and that is the really lovely thing about them. I think sometimes we think you either have to, you have to either colour something with a pen or with a pencil. It's really lovely when all the products work together to give you even more depth and dimension and definition, which is brilliant. Remember the Annabelle Svensley collection. Remember what you're getting. You're getting a full Christmas collection in here, and you're getting 6 of the everyday collection too. What we love about Annabelle Svensley is that beautiful, playful imagery that she seems to incorporate into all these designs, but then also the fact that you're going to get all of your sentiments and your embellishing elements in there as well. If you love to fussy cut, you're going to love fussy cutting and decoupaging up those embellishing elements. They are going to be perfect for that. Do not miss out on them. It is a half price deal. Everyone though, of course, is going to be getting more discount because of course everyone is in the club somewhere, which is absolutely awesome. Kay says, Joe, you're going to make us wait that long to hear what the wardrobe malfunction was. It's not a malfunction, Kay. It was a disaster. I did not split my pants. No, Charlotte, that is not what happened. That was well documented. Anyway, moving on. Right, so Colour Me Happy coming up later. They're leading me down the garden path today, Debbie. They really are. The Colour Blend Starter Kit we've got for you on the show. This is brilliant because you're going to get 24 of those florals in there, which is brilliant. You're going to get the blending solution. You get the Finesse ink pad in there too. You get the rocker blocks, and you're also getting 2 stamp sets as well. You're going to get Bloom with Happiness. And, oh, hello, lovely. You're going to get that in there. Or as they say in Manchester, I love. That's how they say it there. So yes, that's going to be coming up. Platinum members, find a door and shut it. $29.68 in the UK or $38.16. Really, really awesome. I think as well with these, Debbie, we talk a lot about alcohol markers in colouring, don't we, and watercolour markers. Pencil's not something we spend an awful lot of time talking about, and I think most people probably are used to having used very inexpensive inferior pencils growing up, so therefore think that pencils really are just for children, but these are very, very different to those kind of pencils, aren't they?
Oh, these are... They're superior to those pencils. From day dot, that's the first thing we have, isn't it? From a baby learning to use their hands, to chalks, to crowns, to then pencils, before we even get onto the pens. Pencils have been the ones that have been there all this time and are incredible. Now, what's special about our pencils? Well, the fact is they're called colour blend. It means that the colour blend will blend itself into different colours, and they're very forgiving because they're a pencil. So these stamps, I mean, look how beautiful they look. You will need on your stamps your alcohol proof die. So I'm using the Nor Black. This is the one that you will get in that set. So if you really wanted to treat yourself to something, honestly, this is amazing. So these colours here, you've got all these different florals, which are beautiful. I'm going to use my yellow and my pink because, in fact, I think I'm going to use a bit more of a brighter pink because you'll be able to see that better. These are 2 colours that I know will blend beautifully into each other. So what I'm going to do is start off. Now, the thing and I'll go into more detail about it, but where you hold your pen or your pencil is where you get a lighter lay down. If I hold my pencil from the top and put this down, I'm getting the lightest amount of colour that I can get on there. As I go up my pencil, I'm getting more more colour. Now the thing with pencils, you have to remember to build them up. So once I've built up a bit here, I'm then going to come in with my yellow and do the same thing. So we're going to start to blend this one into the other, and I'm using a really light touch because I don't want to, if you build it up too quickly, you'll find that then they won't blend into each other. So this is the thing with pencils, you need to give it time to work, to keep building up that colour, and you'll start then to notice that you're getting that different sort of orangey colour in the middle, you're getting the colour on the edge. You can blend your colours like this without having to do too much work. If you were doing totally different colours that really don't blend very well into each other, you can then start to use your blending solution. And I am going to use my blending solution because you'll see what it does. It is amazing. But look at the difference we are building these up. So I'm going to then start just coming up my pencil to build in a little bit heavier into that petal. So just running that down, and then I can start to come up and really build in that pencil, because there is an amount you get to where you can't put no more wax on. And the other thing I haven't mentioned, Joe, these pencils, when I say superior, these are pure wax. We haven't packed them out with chalk or substances in there that make it a more better pencil. This is pure pigment wax that you are getting inside here. So you can see we've built up that flower. I mean, look at that petal that we've got in there, which is beautiful. If you then bring in your blending solution, and it is actually called a pencil blending solution. If I take off my lid here, you can get these. We should have them on the website, but you can actually buy your paper stumps. I don't normally like to dip in my paper stumps because I like to have a little pot with some cotton wool in it, and then it allows you to press onto that, because you don't want your paper stub to absorb too much. You only need a small amount. And in circular motions, what this is going to do is it will, I can't think of the word, it will melt our wax, and it will all start to melt into each other, blend into each other.
It's like an Instagram filter for your colouring, Debbie,
yes,
isn't it?
Exactly. I love that, Joe. And look at that. That's really now highlighted our pink. It's gone into that orange colour and out to that yellow colour, which is really incredible. Love that. So shall I do another petal? Have we got time to do another one? So let's build up a bigger one now. So again, I'm just going in with that light motion.
Not too much pressure then, Debbie?
No, always start off light, very lightly. This is a completely different colouring. So if I went in with full pressure, Joe, I could do that. So let's just go in, there's the tip there, and we can then build up that colour. So I'm just doing this. Now, because I've built up sort of almost a wall, when I go in with this colour, I'm going to get a block line.
Okay.
Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
There. So what's happened, that's exactly the same two colours, but look how beautiful this one is to this one.
Yeah.
Because I'm going in too heavy. If you slowly build those colours up, what you're doing is you're actually filling the tooth of the card. But you don't want to do that all at once because it is wax. So you just need to build that up slowly, and the slower the better, just building it up. This for me is the most therapeutic colouring that you can do, because it's just lovely. This is the sort of colouring, I used to do this on the plane, Joe, and at the airport, because I had time to sit, when we could travel obviously, but I used to have time to sit and do things like this and to take my time away, and before I know it, I'd be then hopping on my plane. So building that up.
Your personal private, you have a private jet?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, I thought so. Yeah, travelling style.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. All CC paid for.
Of course.
I wish.
Imagine
We had
a big purple plane that took us everywhere. Imagine that.
Yeah, that's it. Right, so
and have like drop down craft areas inside. Forget like, buckets and holes for champagne and stuff. There would be like, little holes for pokey tools and bone folders and maybe like a built-in guillotine and stuff.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Right, so Joe, what I'm going to do is dip in again to make sure we put a bit too much in, and then we're just going to use that circular motion to break that down and to really blend that in, which looks amazing. And actually, I'm going to try it on the other side and see if we can do a similar thing if we can blend these two in, because I think that
A couple of questions coming in. Do you need to have, Mary Noel was asking, I thought I needed blending solution to use these. Can you use them without the blending solution?
Oh, absolutely.
Debbie?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. You can just blend into each other. So that's not too bad with a blending solution, but you can still see we're getting that sort of darker line. But here we're not. Yeah, when you build them up, Joe, the slower you build them up, the more you can blend into each other. You can also blend them up with a lighter colour pencil as well. So there's different ways of doing it. And you can do it with a dry stump. So you can actually do that with a dry stump. But yeah, but tune in later on at 7 p.m. and we'll be showing you lots of techniques and how we can do that and doing more finished samples.
Awesome. Well, you know, that is going to be coming up a little later today, 7 p.m. in the UK. That is, of course, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. across on the West Coast. There's also some amazing Centura Pearl A6 card and envelopes for you. 56 in total there, all 8 packs for you. £20 or $30. You get baby blue, baby pink, fresh cream, metallic gold, rosé, metallic silver. Oh, and Snow White. I used to be Snow White, you know, Debbie, and then I drifted. You like that one, don't you?
I love that
Charlotte's like, what? What? I'll tell you later, Charlotte. Well, Debbie, it's been marvellous. I've thoroughly enjoyed this wake up call. Thanks for letting me gate crash your wake up with Debbie today.
Well, thank you for letting me do wake up call. It's been fabulous. So yeah, we're just, but you'll have Craig back. It'll all be back to normal before you know it. But yeah, it's been so enjoyable. Joe loved it.
Absolutely awesome.
Am I speaking now?
Well, it's your show, yeah. That's it. It's up to you to feel. I can't. Yeah, it's you now.
It's my show.
I know, because old habits die hard, don't they, Debbie?
It's terrible, isn't it? So yeah, I'm not a born presenter, unfortunately. But yeah, join Joe and Sarah at 3 p.m. because they're going to be coming to you with those amazing nesting dies, which you're going to absolutely love. So get in there quick, and yeah, so. And Colour Me Happy at 7 p.m. with me with the Colour Blend pencils, which is going to be a lot of fun. So me and Joe will be back then. So thank you, Joe. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, everyone out there, for watching. And we will see you, well, I will see you again at 7 p.m.